Just to show you how this works, I'm just going to show you this window for the first power or 5 minutes to see how this operates. Okay, now basically, this is the first stock which hit lows. Okay, now you have to understand the window and the configuration of the window to understand why a stock with a wide spread or a thinly traded stock will not show up is basically what makes the stock show up on this particular scan is basically stock has to make a new high. See, it has to make a new high. This first condition is new high. How many times it has to make a new high is 60 times. So basically, the stock has to make 60 new highs, and if this particular stock, and this is and it has to be up also 25 cents from yesterday. So those are the three conditions. Now try and understand. Look, by the time it showed up here in the first 53 seconds, okay, like this was 930.53 is when the stock showed up here. It has already made 60 trades or 60 highs. So that tells you that look at 91.87, 90, 93, 95, 99 and 92. So it is not going up like those low float stocks and all which jump at a rate of 25 or 50 cents kind of a thing, because it has to make 60 trades and 60 highs for it to show up. So that's why the beauty of this scan is that it gives you the right kind of candidates which have liquidity also for that particular day. Okay, same way look at Centrip when it showed up 46.20 is when it showed up. Okay, by that time the stock would have already made 60 highs. So obviously if it has a large spread, yes, anything can happen, especially it happens midday and all. Okay, when you have a news which comes up and then suddenly stock shoots up like crazy. But in that case, what happens is that you can't really catch that because the whole thing moves so rapidly. But here in this particular scan, because it has to hit, like if you see in a Centrip went up from 46.20 to 46.35, so obviously it's going to be in a consecutive highs. Okay, that's why it shows up 60 highs. So that's the thing. So then again, you have low which shows up again, see here low was at 92, again it starts showing up because it is making 60 consecutive 60 highs. Okay, so now see the next stock which showed up was TJX, but TJX was only for a short period of time. Then the next stock which showed up was Ralph Lauren. Okay, and that's the one which should have been okay, that's in hindsight, but I did see that, but low dominated, and that's where you'll see that look, and that's a lot of money came into that particular then, and then Ralph Lauren again started hitting from 934 onward. And if you see the action on the stock at that time, say let's look at low, and let's go to say 5 minutes. Okay, now if you see the this is all the opening kind of a thing. In the opening minutes, not that this is the opening thing. Okay, here the first 5 minutes, in first 5 minutes the stock went up $2, almost $2. Okay, so that's why you'll find that look at this particular move was around $2.48. So it is consecutively it's making highs, so there is a lot of momentum. Now if you see this particular stock in the first half an hour made around $2 move. After that there was not much left for you to trade if you didn't get in early. Let's look at Ralph Lauren, which is a big mover today, and you'll see that again it started hitting here, this is where it showed up in the scan. Okay, that's when you see 935, 934 is when it showed up in your scan, I think. And then this entire thing, the move happened. This is in half an hour it made $7.50 or almost 7.5 move after the alert hit. After that it made 7.50. Okay, so that's the way this thing operates. So the questions which some of you are asking is the scan is more favors more liquid stocks. Then IQ showed up and then Nvidia showed up. So if you look at in the first 4 or 5 stocks which showed up, you will find that they are the one which for the next 20 minutes or 50 minutes or 30 minutes keep making moves. Nvidia came in later, 937 it came in. So stock has to trade and it has to make basically see IQ kept on like an so centripede, and then Bidu and all these started coming up, centrip see again like and I sold like I sold in strength. That's the key also, like if you just like buy and keep sitting there, you will have like money, you will have like there are days when you will see that look and you're up, see here like, and I think I sold in this particular, this is the time I sold I think, so that's the trick. You have to also sell at the right time. Okay, so just to give you an idea, look how this operates. Okay, it's like it's not easy. Okay, I have considerable experience of doing many hundreds of trades so over last 6 months and successfully doing it. So to me it's easy. Okay, if you're new starting, you will get like overwhelmed because this candidates show up very fast, especially if it is a market where like the market was today gapping down, and then like that's why you had like a less number of stocks. But like if it is gapping up, you'll see. But the stock which has the which dominates the scan is the one where a lot of buying is happening. Like Ralph Lauren came in and it started dominating. So those are some of the things. But remember, the reason why a stock shows up is it is making a high for the day. Okay, not like 52-week high, for that day it is making a high, new high, and that is at least minimum count is 60 times. By the time it shows up on your alert, it has made 60 highs. That means like if the stock was trading at $100, it went up like 60 times, it made a high. So obviously that's the condition. And then you have this 25 cents. Okay, so that's how this scan works.